Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about the chemical reactions, the characters or the properties of a chemical reaction. Yesterday I've discussed about the one character of the chemical reaction, that is evolution of gas. So the first property of chemical reaction shows that when a chemical reaction takes place, a gas is evolved. So which gases evolve? Either a popcorn gas, that is called as hydrogen gas, or the effervescence, that is the bubbling, which shows the carbon dioxide gas. So that is about the evolution of gas. So today we will discuss the other properties or the characteristics of the chemical reactions. So in a chemical reactions, the gas is formed. Energy also changes in the form of the change in temperature or the light or heat, and also the color changes, then the precipitate forms. So these are the different character chemical reactions. So to come to the page number 90. So already we have discussed about the evolution of gas. So two types of gas generally produce, hydrogen gas and or the carbon dioxide gas. So come to the change in color. So product formed during the chemical reactions have properties different from the reactants. In such a case, change of color in the chemical reaction is common. So when white crystal of ferrous sulfate is heated strongly, then brown colored ferric oxide is formed, and along with sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide is formed. So underline this line. So color changes from white to brown. Change in odor. Odor means the smell. So whenever our food gets spoiled or it becomes rotten, then some unusual bad smells occurs. So that is due to the chemical reaction. So in a chemical reaction, change in odor or smell also takes place. So that is why certain preservatives are added to maintain the freshness for the longer time period. Next is the formation of precipitate. So this is the another character of the formation of precipitate in a chemical reaction. So in many chemical reactions, insoluble products or precipitates are formed. So arrow pointing downward denotes the formation of precipitate in a chemical reactions. So whenever if you see the arrow downward, that means the precipitate. Activity is given. Take 2 milliliter aqueous solution. Aqueous means liquid solution of barium chloride, that is BaCl2, in a test tube, and take another test tube and put the aqueous solution of sodium sulfate. Mix the content in a beaker and note the observation. So when an aqueous solution of barium chloride is mixed with sodium sulfate, then what happens? A white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed. So which precipitate is formed? Barium sulfate. So see here, the arrow mark is shown, the barium sulfate plus 2NaCl, that is the sodium chloride salt. So we can say that precipitate also forms, that is the insoluble products. Next is change in temperature. So in a chemical reaction, change in temperature also occurs. So most of the chemical reactions are accompanied by energy changes. During the reactions, energy may either be released or absorbed in the form of heat. So based on the energy changes that occur, the reactions can be classified as endothermic or exothermic. Endothermic means in and exo means out. So that means when heat comes in, it is called endothermic, and when heat goes out, it is called exothermic. So activity is given. Come to the activity. Pellets. Pellets means lump, pieces, tablets or chips of sodium hydroxide in a beaker. Now pour some amount of water, and after some time, what you will see, when the pellets dissolve, pellets means solid piece, small tablet like piece of sodium hydroxide dissolve, and when you keep the hand near the base of the beaker, you will feel the change in temperature. After some time, the beaker become hot. So that means in a chemical reactions, the change in temperature also occurs. So that is the the another character of the chemical reactions. Now, reactions are of two types: exothermic and endothermic reactions. Exo means the reactions that are accompanied by release of heat are called exothermic reactions. So writing plus heat on the right side shows the exothermic. Exo means out. So when heat goes out, it shows the plus sign. That when calcium chloride is added to water, then heat is evolved and hydrochloric acid and calcium hydroxide is formed. So calcium chloride plus water, heat is evolved, Ca calcium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid, then heat is evolved, heat is released. So this is called the exothermic reactions. Now endothermic. Endothermic means coming in. So the reactions that are accompanied by absorption of heat are called endothermic. Writing minus heat on the right side or plus heat on the left side shows the absorption of heat. So endothermic means heat is absorbed and exothermic means heat is released. So ammonium chloride and water reacts to form ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium chloride and water react to form ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid and absorb heat in this process. Ammonium chloride. So an ammonium chloride plus water NH4Cl plus H2O gives ammonium hydroxide NH4OH plus HCl plus heat. Do you know during slaking of lime, a sound is also produced? So when we mix water in a quick lime or in a solid powder, then hissing sound is produced just like the sound of snake. So hissing snake sound is produced by the snake. So same sound is produced when we slake lime. So when we put some water in a powdered form of the calcium hydroxide, that is the calcium oxide, then it produces resemble the sound of hissing snake. Now endothermic and exothermic are of two types. Some comparisons are given here. In endothermic, energy is released. In exothermic, energy is released. Sorry. In endothermic, energy is absorbed, and in exothermic, energy is released. Number two, energy is absorbed in the form of heat. Here the energy is released in the form of heat, electricity, light or sound. Number three, melting ice, evaporation, cooking, gas, molecules, photosynthesis are example. Here, rusting iron, settling, chemical bonds, explosion and nuclear fusion are few examples. So in this way we can endothermic and exothermic reactions. Another character, change of state from solid to liquid. So some chemical changes are also accompanied by change of state. So to identify the change of state, S for solid, T for liquid, L for liquid, G for gas, and AQ for aqueous solution are written after the symbol or formula of the reactants. So when hydrogen react with oxygen, the water is formed. So 2H2, that is gas, plus O2 gas gives 2H2O water, L. So in this way we can say in a chemical reactions change of state also occurs. So how many changes there takes place in a chemical reaction? Evolution of gas, change in color, change in odor, precipitate formation, then the change in state, change of state, and change in temperature. So these are the main changes that takes place in a chemical reaction. That's all.